My name is Jan and welcome to Hoop It Up with Jan. This is my YouTube channel where I talk about my love of cross stitch and other crafts. Usually it's cross stitch, but today I'm going to share a little bit of crochet as well. Hope everybody's been having a good time since the last time I saw you earlier this month. And hope you've got a lot of stitching time and time with family. Hope you're staying warm. And this kind of cold weather we've been having here in Texas lends itself to just staying home and staying warm and staying in the house and stitching. So I've been enjoying some stitching and some crocheting. So I don't have a lot of life updates other than my grandson turned 13 yesterday, so he is officially a teenager, and I want to wish him a very happy birthday and let him know how much I love him. Your May loves you, Wyatt. My grandkids call me May, and the younger ones call me May May. And I love that grandma name. I love fun grandmother names. It makes you feel real special. So that's what they call me. And another thing I've done since the last Flosstube is I got to go to Rockport with a very good friend of mine, and her aunt has a house out in Rockport, and we usually go there every year, the weekend of Martin Luther King Day. I like to schedule my work vacation days around other holidays, so it kind of extends that time. So we left to go there on Saturday. Was it Saturday? Saturday this past weekend, and then we came home on Tuesday. And it was cold in Rockport too, so it was just cold all the way around, but we had fun. And my friend is a quilter, and so she quilted while I stitched all weekend long. So that was a lot of fun. We went and had some good seafood and just good company. So I enjoyed that. And that's all I have for just regular life update kind of stuff. So let's just get into the stitching. So since my last floss tube, I had no fully finishes. I had no finishes and I had no starts. But I did have some good progress on my whips. So let's get into those. So the first one I'm going to share with you is a dimensions kit. And it's the Twilight Bridge. It's called Collection. This is being stitched on the kit fabric, which is 18 count. I think it's an Ivory Aida. And since the last time, let me get this out of the way. A little needle and some string. This week, I've got my notes here. So since the last floss tube, I got in 1,578 stitches in this guy. I had to frog a little bit there, you can see, but that's going to get all covered up with other stitches, so I cleaned it up as good as I needed to. But so that I really enjoy stitching dimensions kits, as I have mentioned before. And when I'm counting my stitches, I don't worry if they're half stitches or full stitches. I count them as a stitch. A stitch is a stitch to me. I've really enjoyed getting that one back out and stitching on that one. I love how the window just glows, and I'm looking forward to coming down here and getting into some of those colors down there in those flowers. So that is the Twilight Bridge by Dimensions. And the next one I have is, I love this one. Let me get the picture out. This one is Back in Time by Ronnie Rowe. And this one is a lot of fun to stitch. I've kind of been working on this area in here, which is a lot of confetti, and oh, and down in here in the grill of this car. So it's very kind of non-descriptive because you know it's supposed to be kind of transparent, so it's not supposed to have a lot of detail, but that really makes it Confetti City. And so it doesn't really look like anything until you know, everything around it comes into play. So I've been working right in here and in here, and you can see the what do they call that, a fender well coming in there, and the grill of that car coming in. And let me get something better to put behind it that's not, here we go. You could see the picture in the, there we go, that's better. So, and on this one, I got 1,168 stitches. And with that being confetti, all that confetti, I think that's pretty good. That one's gonna be a while in the works. So that is Back in Time by Ronnie Rowe. I really like his designs. They're very interesting. A lot of them are monochromatic. On a lot of his designs are monochromatic, and but that one, that Back in Time, when I was looking at his stuff, that really caught my eye, and so made me really want to do that. And let me take this one out of the hoop so you can see it better. You know, when you're getting everything ready for these whip parades, you think, oh, I've got it all just right. And then you always find something that you didn't do. But that's okay. I'm having a good time. So, this is the Dwelling Place Sampler by Teresa Kogut. And I think I have figured out why I'm having so much trouble with holding these things up. I'm not paying attention to when I set my iPad up, you know, the camera. I have it, I think, set up on the opposite side, so I don't know which way it is, and then it's on the side of my bad arm, so it makes it that much harder to hold these up. But so I'm gonna do the best I can. But this is on what fabric do I have this on? I have this on 46 count Thornfield from Needle and Flax. Probably my favorite. Needle and Flax and XG Designs are my favorite fabrics. And I am stitching this with Laurel from I Am a Stitch Nerd on Flosstube and Instagram, and I'm also with Phoebe from Moonshine Stitches or Stitchery. Moonshine Stitches. And you need to check her out. She also does, Phoebe also has a line of, she does fingernail polish. And I was looking at her, I don't know if it was a website or Etsy, but I'll find what it was and I'll link it. But she's got some beautiful colors, and of course I don't wear nail polish, but just wanted to mention that she has that because she, you know, used to help people out. So that's what, oh my gosh, that is what the Dwelling Place sampler looks like in full. And Laurel, one of the girls that I'm stitching it with, she divided it all up. And so for January, I need to finish from here over to here to be on track. And so I've got the top border finished for January, but I need to do those alphabets and then the bird that's on that other side so that I stay on track. So I think I'm gonna put this on the Lowry stand tonight and work on that until I get that section done before I pick up anything else. Those are my intentions anyway. And you know about me and intentions, so maybe I'll get that done and maybe I won't. And then my next one, 1, 2, 3, 4, my last whip for this time around is one of my absolute favorites. Is the Native American Hummingbird Maiden. And she is so pretty. And I worked on her a lot when I went to Rockport. Got a lot of stitches in on her. Let's see. I'm stitching this on 28 count Shiloh from Needle and Flax. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Let's see. And that's how much I got done. I love doing the shading and this ruffle on her dress. It was a lot of fun. I got 1,696 stitches done on her since the last floss tube. And as I mentioned the last time, I'm trying to pick just a handful of projects between floss tubes to get more progress instead of, putting more stitches in less projects instead of less stitches and more projects. Does that make sense? So that I want to see some real progress on some of these that are my favorite pieces. Wow, Speedy Gonzalez, that was only 16 minutes in, and I'm through showing you my whip. So moving right, oh no, I'm going to move into some whips that, thanks to Jeanette from Crafty Cottage Stitches and Brianna Lentz from Brianna Lentz on Flosstube. They had put me in, I crocheted a long time ago when my kids were small. I was a stay-at-home mom, and I hadn't really started cross-stitching at that point, but I was really into crochet. And so they put me in the mood to crochet. So I went to Hobby Lobby and I got me some yarn. I got this denim color. And I got this oatmeal maybe color. This is called Oats. And this one is called Indigo. And I just started making some granny squares. And I'm just gonna put them together and make a 2-color Afghan. And so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the oats done, and 5 of the indigo ones done. So I watched some tutorials today on how to join these, and I found the method in which I want to do it in. And so I'm going to join a few and make sure I can do that before I go any farther, because I don't want to make a ton of these and then not be able to figure out how to put them together. But I'm sure that I'll figure something out. So that is all of my whips. And now then, I guess I'll show you my purchases, and that's always fun. I got some linen from Needle and Flax. She always, when she's gonna start dyeing some fabric, she'll post on Instagram what colors that she's going to dye, and then you can go over to her website and pre-order so that she knows how much to dye. And so this color is called Mackinac Fudge. I don't know what I'm going to do on it yet, but It is 40 count, and it is a fat quarter. And I think that color is looking pretty true. But I think that's very pretty. Very pretty. And then the next color I got was a fat quarter. And my fingers don't want to work. And it's 40 count Furly. Yeah, I think that's doing pretty good with the colors. 40 count Furly by F-U-R-L-E-Y, Furly. It's named after Don Knotts' character on Three's Company. Yeah, I was thinking I had something planned for this, but I don't. This is just for stash, so that's those two fabrics. And then I showed y'all a while back a little magnetic a frame that I had gotten for stitching nail heel kits on to hold the perforated paper. Went back and looked at the Etsy shop that I bought that from, and I saw this. I thought it was so cute. I'll link that Etsy shop below. He is in Ukraine, but this is a kit, and it's really, really cool. It has the chart, and it has, you stitch this on, where'd that picture go? So these outside flowers are stitched on this piece, and it's wood, and it has the holes lasered in it. And then for the mouse, you stitch it on this piece, and then you put those together so it's kind of dimensional. And then it has a green felt back that you put on it afterwards. And it came with all the floss that you need. And then the floss is on a wooden floss keep. So I thought that's going to be fun to stitch. I don't know. I haven't read it to see if this is DMC or what kind of floss this is, but it's going to be a lot of fun to stitch. So I'm looking forward to starting that. And like I said, it's Embark or something like that is the website, or not website, Etsy shop. And I'll link him below. And then, if I didn't watch Flosstube, I probably wouldn't buy as much stuff. Oh, and that kit came with a needle as well. So everything you need. So I was watching Jen, the Caffeinated Stitcher. If you don't watch her, you need to. Mostly because it's just fun. She has a ton of whips, and she just has fun with it. And the way she picks her whips that she's going to work on between her floss tubes and her goal tracking is fun to watch. And anyway, just go watch her. She's fun. But she finished this Dimensions kit, Glory of Autumn. She finished the stitching, the cross stitching, probably like a year ago. And she just kept putting off the back stitching. But she finally did the back stitching, and so it's finished. And I just love that picture. And so once she showed it finished, I said I need to get that. So I did. I got it on Amazon. And so that's one of my hauls. Don't know when I'll start it. I probably need to contain myself and have one or two Dimensions kits going at a time. Maybe. And then I was watching Julie in Stitches. She had a whip parade, and her son helped her hold up all her whips, and it was fun watching them interact. But she stitches on a lot of 56 count, and I've stitched on 56 count before, but it was just this little piece, and I didn't stitch it all. There's some stuff down here that I left off because it was 56 count, but I said, well, you know, I need to give that a better try. So I ordered some 56 count. It hadn't gotten here yet from XG Designs. And I'm going to stitch on it, in all things be exceedingly diligent by Needlework Press. And it calls for DMC or anchor. And so I got my DMC card out that has all the floss colors on it, and got on 1, 2, 3 stitch and tried comparing as good as I could on, you know, the screen, the Aversois 103s. And so those are going to be the colors that I use. This blue didn't turn out quite as a blue-black that I was hoping it would be, but I think it'll be okay. So those are going to be the colors that I stitch it on. And I think the color I bought from XG Designs is like a light hazelnut or something like that. And so I'm thinking that'll be here this week sometime, so I can see how my flosses are going to look on that. So I'm excited about that. I already had the chart, so I didn't buy the chart, but I wanted to show you what I was going to use that for. And you know, as they say, when you buy floss, it shouldn't travel alone, even though he had a bunch of buddies coming with him. But someone else had stitched this, and I can't remember who. But I thought they were so cute. So I got these. And it has some little charms in there that go on those stockings. I got those, and then, I don't know, I've just been into stockings lately. So I got this funky skating Santa stocking by Carriage House Samplers. And so I've got Olga's stocking, autumn stocking, and then I bought, not too long ago, I showed y'all that stitching lady one that I bought. So, I don't know, just been intrigued by stockings lately for some reason. So, I got that. And that's all the stitching haul that I have. But I have a couple of things I want to show. I bought this tumbler. It's kind of like a Yeti. It says cross stitching is my superpower. And I got this from a friend of mine, the one I went to Rockport with. She has a gift shop on Etsy, and I'll show you what it looks like. It's called Blue Cardinal Gifts. And she gave me a discount code for my followers, and so I'm gonna link that discount code in the notes below, so you can go order from her. And she sent me this that says, "Hello. If I had enough cross-stitching patterns, I wouldn't buy anymore." Duh. I thought that was cute. She gifted that to me. So that's a happy mail. Yeah, go check her gift shop out. She's just trying to get started. And I'd appreciate it if you went and looked at some of her gifts and bought some stuff. She's got t-shirts, coffee cups, tumblers, those wine tumblers, all kinds of stuff on her shop. And so that is all I have, other than I wanted to shout out some floss tubes. Olivia C. I've been watching her. She's fairly new, but she is working on this one piece that it's a Scarlet Quinc Lady and the Unicorn tapestry series, and she is working on the scents. I think the series is wrapped around our senses, and she's working on the sense of taste. But she has all the other patterns for the other senses, but that's the one she's working on right now, and it is fabulous. And so she just recently shared her progress on that, and it is out of this world. So go watch her. She's fun to watch. She's easy to listen to and has a really good personality, fun personality. So I enjoy watching her. Then there is, pardon me if I don't say this right, it's Teresa's Stitching Lifestyle. She lives in New Zealand, and just everywhere you look, samplers just galore, and just so beautiful. I'm not sure how long she's been stitching. I have forgotten that, but she just has a lot of samplers that are hanging on her wall, all framed and just beautiful. So if you like samplers, or even if you don't, you know, I watch everyone. It doesn't matter what type of stuff. If they're stitching, I like to watch them. So I like everything. So go watch her for some samplers. And as I mentioned, Julie Stitches, she likes to stitch on 56, you know, small counts. But her stuff is really, really pretty. And then there's some people that I watch regularly with some milestones coming up. Dina, half stitch, cross stitch, has her 8th year Flosstube Anniversary coming yet. 8 years. So she's one of the pioneers, evidently, and paved the path for this Flosstube journey that we all are joining and enjoying. And so appreciate her for that. And Colleen, the Highway Stitcher, is about to, or has recently celebrated her 4th year anniversary. And I enjoy watching her. And she does that, in addition to her cross stitch, she does that lacing where you do all those bobbins and it just looks like they're throwing them around, but evidently they know what they're doing. But it's just crazy to watch because they're just flipping those bobbins with that threads on them around. But she does that kind of lacing, and she has some really pretty pieces of that she has shared. And then last but certainly not least, I love to watch Marlene with Stitching by the Lake. I've mentioned her before, but she just posted her 100th Flosstube. And so if you don't watch her, you know, go check her out. She's a very, very sweet lady. I've met her a couple of times in Tulsa at the Silver Needles retreat I go to in July. This year will be my 3rd year to get to go to that. So I'm looking forward to that. Plans going forward are, I will, once I get that fabric from XG Designs, I will be starting that in all the 56 count, because I want to get that started, see what that's like. And then I'm going to be starting, waiting on another XG Designs fabric. I think I got 40 or 46 count. I can't remember. But it's a blue that I'm hoping is the right blue that I want to stitch Blackbird Designs Yellow Submarine on. Stephanie with Stitching Across the Globe. I hope I said that right. Always get their Flosstube name wrong, but I will link it. But she and another person are starting I forget the name of the other person. They're starting a sal for the Blackbird Designs Mystical Tour, the Beatles, that series that Blackbird Designs creates. And I've done 2 of those already, and there's a few more that I have the patterns for that I will be stitching, but I'm going to start this Yellow Submarine with for their start along. It's not I think they're calling it a start along, but I'll be doing a start along, even if it is a stitch along. But So yeah, if man, I just feel like I just kind of rattled everything off and just rushed through it all, but that's all I can think about that I had to talk about. So I guess I will. We're 40 minutes in. I'm usually around an hour, so I don't guess there's any reason just to keep babbling on to just feel the space. So I guess I will let you go and let you get to your stitching, and hopefully you're stitching on something you love. And I will see y'all in a couple of weeks, and until then, stitch what you love and love what you stitch, and I will see y'all next time.